Yo, what's up guys? It's Yellowfin and it is time for the big video, the whatever the heck this update's called, European Grand Tour update review, the full in-depth review, looking at literally everything in this update, every car. We're going over all of it. We've got a total of what? 313 cars we're going to get in depth with, so this is going to be a long one, so yeah, stay tuned and we're just going to get right into it. Starting off first with, I got a new car from the new update. My first new car, the Audi A6 Avant 2.8 Quattro C4. 7.972 right now. I'm pretty sure it had 67 or 68 handling stock. I think it was 68. Might have been 69 though. We can go give it a check in a second, but it's 113 as of right now. 1550 weight, so about average medium ground clearance. Just seems like your run-of-the-mill four-wheel drive standard tire car is what I'm thinking. We could check in four-wheel drive standard terms and then check in new update terms. Also see then what the stats are. Yeah, 7968. About average, a little low on the handling aspect. I mean, the Audi 100, the Volvos all might beat it, especially the plug-in hybrid. Even though it's a bit on the heavier side, still it would probably beat it with that extra bit of handling. Dodge Caliber RT will probably smoke it. Same goes for the Mazda and the Ford Fairlane. And then any of just the lower IQ Japanese stuff down here too. So it's lackluster in handling, and just that's kind of about it. New update-wise, though, there's 3 that are four-wheel drive standards, and it's on the higher RQ end, but depending on how heavy, okay, just realize that's insanely heavy, 3,500 for the A8L W12 Quattro Security. That is ridiculously heavy. The 80, on the other hand, is a bit lighter, a lot slower, though, but does have 4 better handling, so they're kind of similar in competition, but that is insane. Let's check real quick now. Is that the heaviest car from the update? Just do a quick little look. Descending, it is. SQ8 is behind, and by quite a lot. This thing is a tank. So that is quite cool. Literally, it's heavier than a van. So yeah, big ol' truck of a car right there. That is a heavy one. But we are going to be giving this a good look, and then also what I got to do is one thing I'm going to do first. I need to get this wish listed down to 265 so we can also in this video wish list 35 cars. So for commons, honestly, I think I want to have all these commons wish listed. We can maybe get rid of the Impala though. The Impala is kind of meh. The other, like these 3 are all really good. I've been wanting this Camaro and I really want the GMC Suburban, so now we just need to get rid of 2 more. I'm thinking we can get rid of the... Nah, I want to keep all these uncommons because these uncommons are actually all rather decent. The rares as well are also pretty solid. Super rares, alright, I think we get rid of the Skoda Superb Estate. I want the Buick Lucerne though, so I think we leave that on here. And we could probably get rid of another super rare, but what will it be? No, because that's the thing, all the rest of it, well, I guess the 300M kind of sucks now, so let's get rid of that. There we go. So now we can also, in this video, we're going to add 35 new wishlist cars to the wishlist thingy, but we're going to do that at the end, because that'll make it a bit easier to, I'll have looked through all the cars, because first off, we're not wishlisting any prize cars, but we're going to give the prize cars a bit of a look real quick first. And then we'll like kind of go in depth into them later as well and just give everything a good look. Also, I'll let you guys know if I think these should be prize cars or not. Starting off with the, one sec, got to get a sip of water. We're going to be drinking a lot of water in this video because I'm going to be doing a lot of talking. That is for sure. Alright, that was a bit too much water, but we're chilling. The Peugeot H2O, speaking of water, we got the water car. I mean, I see how they made it a prize car because it looks like a fire truck. It might even be a fire truck, honestly. I don't know too much of like the lore of this car, but it could have been perfectly fine being a non-prize car, but I get the reasoning behind it. On the other hand, though, the 404 Rally, I wish they wouldn't have made it a prize car because do we have any other rally cars that are like that low of RQ? I guess we don't, but do we have any... I mean, we don't. I mean, the 2CV Sahara, I guess they don't have the rally version. The Paris Dakar, well, that is a prize car as well. It made me a bit sad that they made it a prize car because we do, like, it's not like the Dots and Bluebirds prize car. And it just would have been more fun to have it where you can, like, get multiple of these 404 rallies, but maybe it would have been too overpowered then, and that's why they made it a prize car. The Peugeot P4, though, was a cool car. We'll be talking about that later. But yeah, I was a bit sad about that being a prize car, but I guess it makes a bit of sense. We do have 32 prize cars in this update as well, which seems about normal with the rest of the updates. Like Asia Pacific Grand Prix had a lot of prize cars, European New Wave and American Overdrive. It's about in the middle of those two, so it does make kind of sense. A reasonable amount of prize cars. Total number 2 as well, 15 legendaries, 5 epics, 3 ultras, 6 supers, which is a little bit super rare heavy, but we've also been seeing a lot of super rares been given out more recently. Rare, uncommon, and common, we got 1 for each. This is an interesting one that they made it a prize car as well. I mean, it's just because it's a special edition. I don't even know what the Gelateria edition means, but I guess maybe because it's special, I guess that works. But I don't know. I don't know either. I don't feel like that really warranted being a prize car. It would have been fine. It's not like it's overpowered in any way. It's actually really mid looking stats wise, but meh. The 159 police car, a bit sad that this is also a prize car, but makes sense. It is a police car, and they like to make special cars prize cars. However, on the other hand, we get other cars like this. The Abarth 600E Scorpionissima. 5.4, 77, 99 top speed. Medium, but 5.497. Let's actually check how that compares. We'll do front wheel drive performance, medium ground clearance, and 5.477 is really solid for the RQ level, but it's also got garbage top speed. So that makes a little bit of sense because it's kind of special in that area, but was it really necessary to be a prize car? Maybe. Like, I can see the reasoning behind it, but it didn't need to be, honestly. It was kind of fine not being a prize car. I could see how maybe having like 10 of them then in clubs would be kind of annoying because it's like really good front wheel drive. But it has not the greatest handling. Like, it's average-ish, but nah. I guess I see what it is. This, on the other hand, though, we did not need another prize car Abarth. Like, they just made it a prize car just because the other Abarth's a prize car, and they don't want to give us these Abarths. Like, it has, by postal record, I don't know, again, like, the lore behind this car. Like, maybe it did something special, but to me, it just looks like another Abarth that they just made a prize car when it would have been fine probably not being a prize car. The Navajo as well, or the Navajo, or I'm assuming it's Navajo because it sounds a bit better. It's pretty similar to the other Alfa Romeo, like, weird concepts like the 33 Stradale, or I think that's what it is. You get the gist of what I'm saying. These 49, yeah, the 33 Stradale and the 33 2 Coupe Special. Like, it had no reason to also be a prize car. It could have been just another car like these weird concepts that, like, you know, didn't need to be a prize car. But they did. So that these two, not him. These two I don't think needed to be a prize car. The 1600 Coupe, maybe because it is really lightweight, so I kind of understand maybe, and it's from the 60s, 72 handling. Might be a pretty solid standard tire car, but I don't know. And the 20 Cup is, like, fancy looking. Like, that's unique. I could see this being a prize car just because of its uniqueness, so that one makes a bit sense. On the other hand, we have these two, the RCZ-R by Moda and the 308R Concept. I don't get it. I don't get why these are prize cars. They both look really mid in stats, like just kind of trash, honestly, in stat-wise. Maybe it's just they needed to, like, throw some ultra rares in because there is only 3 ultra rare prize cars, and normally, like, what was the previous update? Previous update ultra rare prize cars, we had 4, and there was a lot less prize cars, and I mean, these 4 kind of make sense. It's police car, race car, crazy weird stat-wise car, and then, I mean, this one didn't really need to be a prize car, but I guess so. It is kind of a special resto mod sort of looking thing. So, I mean, it makes sense. But this, on the other hand, these two, I don't really get it. Maybe in the comments if you guys know anything about Peugeots. I mean, I'm from the US. I'm not a big Peugeot guy. I don't know too much about Peugeots. So, I mean, maybe if you guys know some reason why these are cool. I also don't know why my desk keeps making this squeaky noise. What is it? Like, I don't want you guys to be listening to that. What is making this squeaky noise? Is it the monitor hitting the computer? Wait, one sec. Wait. Okay, I think it's a bit better now. The monitor's not bumping into my PC, so it might be better now. But yeah, so those two, don't really know. Let me know in the comments if you do. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not sure. This one, I understand. The 2008 Dakar, total, like, new car for its class. I mean, we do have the Bufori rally car that's kind of similar because it's high ground clearance, but, like, it's not. This is also a Dakar car. What happened to the other Porsche, or the Peugeot Dakar? Does that, or the DKR or whatever? Oh, it's, that's not what I wanted, DKR. Okay, so that would be cool to see this go down to ultra rare, because that would actually make it a bit more useful for 875. Like maybe this is something to come in the future. Maybe it'll drop down to ultra rare. That would be a bit more balanced for it, because that car honestly is kind of trash. I don't have it, but I've just seen from experience from like other people using it and then racing it in events, it kind of sucks. Then epic time. A lot of these epics are quite understandable. I mean, these are, yeah, we get a lot of TCR and rally and racing cars, like the front wheel drive ones. It makes sense. We have a lot of those as prize cars. I mean, like this one didn't need to be a prize car, but I see what they were doing behind it. We just need more front wheel drive prize cars for front wheel drive niche, I guess. The Renault 21 Super Production, I mean, it didn't have to be a prize car, but also I get it. Four wheel drive slicks, 3986. Cool looking. Is this marked as a saloon? It is a saloon, a one-seater though, 1988. It's got a bunch of niches to it, so honestly understandable why that's a prize car. R8 V10 Performance rear wheel drive, it's pretty much the same exact as the other Audi prize car, so I mean there's no explanation needed there. And then this is a prize car, because I think this is going to be absolutely overpowered. 3.8, 87, medium ground clearance. It's an Alfa Romeo, so you'd like to think it maybe gets a bit of MRA behind it. I want to look into that real quick. We're doing rear-wheel drive performance tire, medium ground clearance. I feel like it's going to be rather strong. Because, I mean, we do have, like, other cars, like, in that area, like 3988, 3887, but it's the Giulia Quadrifoglio, and then the Carabinieri or whatever. But the Giulia Quadrifoglio, we have a Giulia Quadrifoglio. I'm pretty sure it's got decent MRA, isn't it, like, in the 80s or something? Oh, not him. But I feel like this would have pretty solid MRA then. I don't know, we'll see eventually when its time comes to be released, but I feel like that's going to be a really strong one to look out for, and also totally understandable why it's a prize car. It's a police car, so instantly prize car then, and it also seems rather good. It seems to be now the best rear-wheel drive performance tire medium car, so yeah. Next, we got two that I'm honestly, well, we got a few coming up, legendaries. I'm not sure why they're prize cars, but I mean, meh. I don't know. But starting off first, TTRS Iconic Edition. No clue why it's a prize car besides for the fact that it's just the Iconic Edition. That's got to be the only reason why. Otherwise, it's super mid legendary prize car. RS6 Avant GT. Same exact thing. It is the same stats as like the RQ87 Lamborghini Murcielago. That's also 3.287. Nobody maxes out that Murcielago. This thing's also a tank. Only reason is because it's a special edition of the RS6 Avant. So yeah, nothing too exciting about that. This is understandable. Renault Space F1, random niche of the MPV, and it's going to smoke every other MPV in the game. So yeah, that makes sense. Let me just make sure though we don't have like another overpowered MPV. No. Next closest is the R63 MG. So total niche destroyer right there. Totally makes sense why that's a prize car. Alpine A442, I'm pretty sure this was like a really dominant racing car, so kind of makes sense. 3192, but it's from the 70s, so understandable. 307 WRC doesn't make much sense. We have other cars that are non-prize cars with those stats or better that are four-wheel drive off-road. Medium, yeah, but I mean, still, I don't know. F1 GTR Longtail, I mean, kind of makes sense. It's got a bit of credit behind it. 2895 with the Apollo Aero. Seems a bit unnecessary to be a prize car, but I also kind of see why. I mean, I guess. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that one. This one makes sense, 4681, but high ground clearance, so total niche thing with the four-wheel drive off-road tires. Expo GT2 does seem to have pretty solid stats, so makes sense. RSQ8 is an insanely good, from the looks of it, four-wheel drive all-surface tire car. That's an SUV. I mean, we got the Urus, we got the... It is just a bit better than Stelvio Quadrifoglio, which is a non-prize car, so... What's the weight difference, though? I mean, the RSQ8 is a bit heavier, but also it's kind of its own unique thing for it being an Audi. There's no way, though, this gets up to 190. I gotta look that up myself. I don't believe that gets up to 190. That's insane if it does. I actually gotta look out for those more on my second channel, Car Spotting, then. Check out the second channel, link in the description as well, after you're done watching this video, but I gotta look out for those more if that actually can hit 190. And then the next top 5 are understandable why they're prize cars. I mean, you guys understand why they're prize cars. Now... we got done with the prize cars. We're going to now sort by non-prize cars just because we got the prize cars out of the way. And now it's also time to look for stuff that I want to wish list, stuff that I'm happy about seeing in the game, and other stuff like that. So now we're getting really into the nitty-gritty of it, the deep dive without the prize cars and the stuff like that. So it's time for another swig of water, and then we'll get right on into it. All right, there we go. Starting off with the commons. First, actually, let's check the numbers. 35 commons, 47 uncommons, 52 rares, the biggest out of all the different rarities, 39 supers, 41 ultras, 40 epics, and 27 legendaries. In my opinion, the perfect mixture of rarities. Non-prize card wise, this is absolutely perfect. 35 commons, just a good amount where it's not just like straight clutter. 35 I think is like that perfect sort of number for 281 non-prize cards. It's got a good bit of commons for collection, a good bit of commons for like silly reasons to put in the game that are just going to suck, which you'll see in a second when we start talking about the cars. 35 is that like perfect sort of number. So let's go first with the 35 commons. For CV, I mean, honestly, it's going to be another one of those just really old cars. They're just in the game to collect it. You're collecting it because it's a really old car. I'm not sure if there's very many Renault 4CV fans out there, but maybe there is. I don't know. But it's not going to win you any races. Rear-wheel drive standards, maybe it'll do good on like ice with really low RQ, but it's nothing to write home about. Fiat Topolino. It's one of those cars that are in the game to be silly. 28 mile per hour top speed, 63 handling, but again, it's got a 28 mile per hour top speed. It's not doing anything with that top speed. It is another silly car, like we have other silly cars. Oops, that's the wrong way. The Koenigsegg is a very silly car. Like the Citroen and me. I'm pretty sure they're rebadged off of each other. They look the exact same. So you know, it's a silly little car to have a silly little time with, and to be a happy little collector with it. That's what the purpose of that car is. Then the Renault Rodeo is kind of cool. I mean, they didn't give it like off-roads or all surfaces, but also you look at those little tires, it doesn't look like it should have off-road or all surface tires. But 38 second 0 to 60, 49 handling for a front-wheel drive standard tire car, medium ground clearance, so it doesn't have high ground clearance either. It's very lightweight, but also looks quite meh. On the other hand, we do have something cool here. The Peugeot 505 GTD Turbo. Let's go to rear-wheel drive performance tires medium and see how this actually compares with its competitors. 12.4, 69. Actually does not look too bad. That might honestly be one to look out for. Is this new with the new update? It is. Okay, didn't recognize that one, but the next closest thing in like its sort of area of a more grippy, lower RQ car would be the Giulia Nuova Super 1600. Then looking if we get the low cars in there too, like we got like 12.566, 12.467, 12.469. This actually looks like a rather good car. Similar stats to pretty much the same stats to the Alfa Romeo Spider, but with medium ground clearance for 1 RQ higher, weight 1375, so it is a bit heavy for like a common, but honestly that doesn't look too bad. Looks like actually a pretty decent car to look out for. Then we got another silly little collector car, the Peugeot 402 Andre or Andrew or something. I don't know guys. 6 seats though, that's quite a bit of seats in it, but yeah, it's just another little silly collector car. Then we have another one of these electric cars. I think we have, this is the second one, the electric something. Let's see, what happened to the other one? Okay, well I know it's French. Oh wait, I was sorted by European Grand Tour, that's why. Where'd it go? Did they change its name? What happened to it? I thought I had it. It's an RQ12, I'm pretty sure. We gotta find it real quick. One sec, guys. We're taking a detour real quick. I gotta know what happened to this car. And of course, you get this happens still when your garage gets too big, then it just doesn't like to scroll. It had a funny little symbol on its name. Okay, well, it's got the little E with the thingy on it. Well, that's silly, I guess. But yeah, it's similar, pretty much just a bit of a lesser version of it. Probably will be interesting to see how they compare maxed out, but I think this one's got less top speed, so probably anything a bit longer of a track set with a bit of a longer straight when you got that low of a top speed. Every mile per hour counts. Then we have the presidential limousine, which is actually really heavy, so I don't think it would be very good. 19.364. It doesn't seem like it would be anything too crazy. 404 diesel record car. This is a one-seater motorsport, innovative, very low RQ motorsport, so maybe you can use it for RQ saving, but I don't know. You'll probably lose a lot of points, especially if you're like RQ saving and then you have to go up against a legendary with this thing. It's going to get smoked by a lot of points, but it is a pretty cool car though, so I'll give it that. Lancia Aprilia, it looks pretty similar to the other funky 40s Lancias we have, so I don't have much to apply there. Fiat E Ducato, low RQ, new car, so maybe you can do a bit of RQ saving there. It's also electric and a van. Very niche though, like uber niche car, so I don't know. Fiat 500L Custom, 12,174, medium ground clearance. Let's see how that compares. Front wheel drive, perfs medium. 12,174. Oh, that actually looks really good. That is also one to keep your eye out for. I mean, it's a bit heavier, like it's not going to win any slalom test stuff, but for like a city streets though, that actually looks like a really solid option for like very low RQ challenges or clubs and stuff. Not too bad. Okay, back to European Grand Tour, and we're going to take a pause real quick. All right, and we're back right to it now. The Alfa Romeo Giulietta Sprint Veloce, we kind of looked at that earlier. Seems just kind of run-of-the-mill because of that lower handling it has. It is from the 50s though, so that's kind of got something to it, but meh, it's just average run-of-the-mill sort of common. Then we have the Peugeot Bobsled Concept. This actually looks really good. I've seen it does beat like the Lotus 7 in some areas. It is low ground clearance, 900 weight, so it is quite lightweight, not as lightweight as the Lotus 7. However, 76 handling stock, 4-wheel drive standard tires. Its only downside is it has 56 top speed, no traction control, and no ABS. Though this looks like a very solid RQ saver, especially if it's like an event that has a guaranteed wet slalom test, especially in clubs. Wet slalom test, wet car park, wet G-force test, maybe. You do need a bit of 0 to 60 though, depending on how good the OLA is on this. It'll be interesting to see. This could be a really solid low RQ saver, especially for being 13 RQ. That can save a lot of RQ. Then, this is something I just think is cool, the Peugeot 607 Paladin Concept. It is quite heavy. It's got good handling, which is surprising, 69 handling for that heavy of a car, and for just being like some big old saloon. Right, they put this as a saloon, yeah. 6-seater, 17.40 to 60. However, I do kind of like this. I might wishlist it, but I haven't looked at like all the cars yet and determined. I might wishlist like 2 commons is what I'm thinking, but I have seen a few other commons too that I would like to wishlist, so we'll put that into consideration. Peugeot 806 Roland Garros. Let's just look up let's go to the MPVs real quick, the common MPVs. Viridian RQ, let's see, because sometimes they can be little sneaky things, little sneaky MPVs. 15.2, 66. Doesn't look too bad. Looks kind of in the middle though, because the Hyundai i800 is existing. We also have the Renault Megane Scenic, which is a lot better for just one more RQ. So it seems kind of average, kind of mid. Maybe you'll max it out for a collection series, but otherwise, no like need if you're low on slots to rush and keep that car. It doesn't seem like anything too crazy. Audi 75 LS looks like a very mid common. Honestly, I don't have anything to apply to that one. Is it lightweight? 1025, pretty much average for commons that aren't built like buses. So I don't have anything too crazy to add for that one. The Peugeot 1007 RC Concept. We just looked at the vans, didn't we? This is a hatchback. Oh, I guess it does have one door, so that makes a bit more sense. 10.1, 67. That doesn't seem that bad. Okay, wait, one sec, guys. Front-wheel drive standards, medium. That was a 14 RQ, right? It's a Peugeot. Maybe it's 15? 15 RQ? Question mark, question mark, question. Okay, no, because the Fiats are right there. All right, chat, where did the car go? Is it not medium? Is that why? Is that why it's not here? No, this car's just disappeared. Was it not standard tires? Am I just tripping? We might be tripping. It was performance. Okay, that's why. That's why it's not crazy good for its RQ. It's got performance tires. All right, I'm a goober. Let's just move on to the next car. We got ourselves a Fiat Panda with 22.1, 0 to 60, 67 handling. And then we got a 127 Sport, both of which are medium. The Panda is 150 kgs lighter. But there is a very vast 0 to 60 difference, which leads me to believe this thing's got some crazy good OLA. It will be interesting to see. Of course, I mean, I don't have one yet, so we don't know too much about it. But it does let me think this probably has some crazy good OLA. If it doesn't, this car sucks. I mean, it's got good... Oh, wait. Oh, my gosh. I'm really... Guys, ignore what I just said. This has 63 handling, and this has 67. I really got to look at the stats. I don't know what I'm thinking right now, guys. All right, we got to lock back in real quick. We're locking back in. 22.1, 67, 13.1, 63. Just because we're in commons, they just have such weird stats. So let's just move on from that mistake. Audi 80 and the Audi 100 Saloon. Weights, pretty similar. The Audi 80 is lighter. It also has better 0 to 60, which is quite interesting. Both are also medium. So it looks like the Audi 80 would be the one to keep. They're both in the 70s, both front-wheel drive, both standard tires. I don't see anything that's like I'm completely missing here. So yeah, I'd say if you want to keep one, keep the Audi 80. If you got the slots, keep them both. Really, you want to keep... Oops, stuff is attacking me now. If you have the slots, you really want to keep every car in the game though. So this looks pretty good though. The Peugeot Vera Plus, front-wheel drive standard tires, 71 handling, lightweight, 799 kilos. 16.50 to 60, which is a bit slow, but 71 handling isn't too bad. Also, is this 4.7 medium? It is, but it's quite heavy. The Peugeot Vera is light. Might be a pretty solid little grippy, wet, twisty car. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Then we got the Fiat Ducato. It's a van. It's probably heavy. Yep, 1940. It's got a bit of less handling. It's got a moderate 0 to 60, a low top speed. It's just a van. If you want to keep a van, keep a van. Vans aren't that ever useful, though. Peugeot BB1. Lightweight, rear-wheel drive, standard tires, 70 handling, traction control, ABS. That is a slalom test car if I've ever seen one right there. Probably keep it. It seems very niche and good. 407, it's just a heavy. It would be an uncommon if it had a bit better 0 to 60. It's just basically your common uncommon because it's heavy. So it is a common uncommon right there. It doesn't have bad stats, so it might be good for like twisty road, twisty circuit, maybe fast circuit, but there's probably better cars. It just looks kind of average, a good average all-rounder. Same kind of goes for this thing. 12.268 seems also rather average. Here's another van. It's heavy, but it's got slightly better stats than 11.267. And then we got we actually got quite a few RQ19 commons, like a Panda Sport 13.572. Doesn't seem too bad for standard tires. Lightweight, 1055, not too bad. Relatively lightweight. E-Scudo, another van. And then we got another van right here. This one's got 70 handling though, so it might not be too bad. 9571 on the 505 GTI. That doesn't seem very good. Let's see. It's what was that again? It was performance tires. Let's just chuck in performance tires in general. 9571. Medium though. So is this medium? Low. Okay. Honestly, doesn't seem too bad. It's like a more handling wise Volvo. And now Volvo's a pretty solid car, so that doesn't seem too bad there. Then let's go to the next one. It's a Peugeot 504 Cabriolet Phase 1. Is it low? It looks low. No, it's medium. Okay. I don't know. I don't have much to apply to that one. It just looks like a rear-wheel drive standard tire car. This is cool though. The Fiat Strada front-wheel drive all-surface tires. Is this our first all-surface tire common? That's front-wheel drive at least. It is. Get rid of the front-wheel drive. We have two, but it's the Patrol. Okay, this might not be too bad of a niche RQ saver, maybe. Will be interesting to see. Of course, I've been saying that quite a bit now. But yeah, it'll be a bit interesting to see how that performs. And then we got two Fiat 500s, the 500C hybrid and the 500 hybrid, both of which are the same, one of which is just a convertible. 2020, medium. Doesn't look too bad. Looks pretty solid. It just looks like a better version. Like the van's heavy, so the Fiat's going to be better, right? Because yeah, they're not heavy. And it's just a slightly better Panda Sport. So it is the best standard tire common from this update from the looks of it. Then we go into uncommons, and this is where it'll maybe get slightly more exciting. I don't know, we'll have to see. We've got a Renault, or not, geez, that is not a Renault, that is a Peugeot 306 Estate. Looks kind of mid. I'm thinking, do we maybe sort this by like just uncommons and look at the uncommons near it? Or maybe we should do that. That might be a bit easier than just flipping back and forth. Because, like, let's do the performance tire stuff real quick. Let's do the performance tires. and the slick tires, and then we'll look at just the standard tires next to the other standard tires, because it's kind of hard to determine if a standard tire car is good unless you look at it next to other standard tire cars, because the standard tire meta is like all over the place. So let's do performance tires real quick for the uncommons and the rares. Yeah, let's do that real quick. So looking at these, are these cars useful? 8.0 70, probably not. That is a rather low handling spec. Oh, there's more have appeared. Okay, 9375, it's medium, it's lightweight, might not be too bad. The handling is decent, but you're not going to do good on like Twisty Road or any of the stuff like that. 205 CTI seems pretty similar to all the other Peugeots in the game, so I don't think that'll be anything too crazy. This one I already gave my opinions on. 505 turbo injection, it's pretty much the same. It's just got too low of a handling in my opinion. The 407 Elixir, very heavy, 8978 though, and decent top speed, 140. But, I mean, the 306 exists right here, 8778 front-wheel drive medium. So I feel like this is the one to look out for. Also, I do want to check this one with other front-wheel drive performance tire medium cars. So that is, it's basically the same stats as the Alfa Romeo 155. Okay, that's nothing too crazy then. Now we just got the D-class cars to look at, performance tires. 8176 seems kind of mid. 7472, same thing. Medium, nope. Low, this guy low as well. 6476 doesn't seem too bad, might save a bit of RQ there. 7175, 7675, but medium. All of these seem kind of run-of-the-mill performance tire type cars, nothing too insane. 6477, I could check that one out, and 7479 for medium. Let's check out those two real quick. So we'll do front-wheel drive performance. 6477 is not bad. I mean, the Audi TT will probably beat it everywhere besides like a drag strip. Is it the fastest front-wheel drive car? No. And the 695 is faster, but it'll depend on MRA between the two. Oh, so these two Abarths are actually not too bad then. 6476. Those don't seem too bad. What's the weight though? Bit heavier and lackluster top speed are going to be the only downfalls of that. Then if we throw the medium filter on, 7479, okay, yeah, that's getting smoked by a lot of cars we have. So I don't think this Renault Sport will be anything too significant either. Now let's go to uncommons, and we'll do standard tires. Oh, also there's that slick tire uncommon from the new update. Well, wait, let's look at the off-road, all-surface, and slicks real quick. And non-prize cars, because any all-surface tire car is probably going to be good. I mean, this is going to be insane. You already know, 9579 slick tires, that's going to be good no matter what. Fiat Strada, it is front-wheel drive all-surf, so it's never anything too crazy. This four-wheel drive off-road tires, I mean, four-wheel drive off-road tires are always just kind of useful to have around because it is quite a niche, especially for the low RQ. Four-wheel drive all-surfs doesn't look actually too bad with 67 handling. Seems pretty decent, and then just more front-wheel drive all-surface tires. It's a niche. It's not a great niche, but it is a niche that exists out there. It's also, these are Brazilian, so that's also very niche, but I mean, like I said, it's a very niche thing. So now we go to the standard tires, and it's time to look at the new stuff added and see what it kind of ranks up with the stuff next to it. Good thing I have a lot of these uncommons. It makes it kind of easy to determine than what the new cars are. So 12.873 seems to be a bit higher on the handling side, but also it's kind of like the Rover 200, not going to be anything too significant. 11.971 seems about run-of-the-mill too. It is a bit lightweight. This is a bit heavier, so this is going to be your better option everywhere, but it doesn't seem anything too crazy. This, the Aurelia B24 Spider, seems exactly like this, a car you're going to get absolutely no use anywhere, but that's just my opinion. Next car, the Fiat Multipla. Oh, but it doesn't have the funny headlights. That's cool. I didn't even know they made one like that. It's actually based on it being next to the Fiat Cubo, which I've gotten a bit of use out of the Fiat Cubo, and being next to the Citroen E-Elise. This doesn't seem too bad. That might actually be a pretty decent one. And I know the Cactus Airflow is also a good car. So the Fiat Multipla might be a decent one if you're looking for something to max out. That doesn't seem too bad. This also looks promising. 12.9 is very slow. 75 handling though. It's a bit better than the Nissan Pixo, but I guess seeing it next to the Nissan Pixo, no one uses the Nissan Pixo. What's the weight compared to the Pixo? Okay, and the Pixo's lighter. Never mind. I don't know. It just seems kind of mid. You want something to max out, maybe. 11.9, 73 though. Medium, lightweight, front wheel drive though. Standard tires. Doesn't seem too bad. 970. It doesn't seem too bad. It's older too. It's from the 70s, so it's got that 70s niche right there. Like kind of compared to the Pony Coupe. This is going to beat it everywhere in twisties. So 70s niche, maybe. Makes it pretty decent. Then we got the Audi 100 GL 5E Saloon. Just look at that Passat right next to it. That Passat is destroying that Audi everywhere. That makes that plain and simple and easy. Then we got these two. Is this high ground clearance? It is. Renault Captur. It's basically a Renault Captur. It's just 0.10 to 60 difference and 1 handling difference. This is medium. 10.9, 70. Just seems also really mid. I mean, the Debonair Mitsubishi's kind of going to beat it in a lot of areas. The Colt has better handling. But I mean, maybe for French cars, I guess, like, you got a slightly better handling French car. But then honestly, it's like, you could also have this too. So, seems kind of mid, doesn't seem to be a standout standard tire car. Because that's honestly what I'm looking for right now. Every standard tire car is useful in its own area. Every single car in this game is useful in its own area. However, a lot of these cars there's some that are like standout good. Like here, we'll probably see one in a second. I don't know, maybe look, here, the DS4, that's a standout sort of better car because it's got 76 handling. So that's kind of what I'm looking for right now. Fiat Tipo's got better handling than this, the 600 Hybrid. 600 Hybrid's $14.95, the Tipo is $13.65. So this will probably beat it on the smaller twisties. But I guess it's kind of decent with 10.4, I mean 72. That is better than the Sebring, and the Sebring's not bad. So maybe the 600 Hybrid might be a bit of a nicer RQ saver. Doesn't seem too bad, but also, like I said, nothing to stand out about. Nothing to shout home with. A6 Avant doesn't look that great. I mean, you got a van that's better than you, and you got another van that's better than you. That 67 handling just holds it back, and for it not being rear-wheel drive, that really holds it back. This seems just really mid too. 97, 66 seems really mid. This seems about the same with the 405, and it's just, yeah, not great. We got another car that's basically exact same stats. It's a bit better than the 405 though, so maybe if you need a replacement for the Peugeot 405, I guess go for it. 10672, it's a bit more handling based, but I mean, there are better handling cars again. Nothing to stand out about when it's got worse stats than the Nissan Juke. Fiat E-Doblo, just get the Fiat Panda. Is this high? No, medium. Yep, just get the Fiat Panda. Makes that a pretty simple decision right there. Here we go. Audi A1 City Carver. I mean, like, I guess people could say, oh, well, it's German, so it's got its own niche. But, I mean, just, no one's playing German uncommon clubs. You're playing uncommon clubs. The Volvo 480 beats it everywhere. Like I said, I'm just looking for standout cars. Cars that stand out actually in their niche. The Mitsubishi will roll this Peugeot 306. Like, I'm just looking for something that you really want to keep. Okay, here we go. Here's something interesting. The Peugeot E308. Never mind, it is a tank. 1759. What's the Aztec? 1714. Okay, I was about to say, like, this is medium, though. I mean, the Aztec isn't a bad car, but, geez, it was looking promising. And then it weighed as much as a bus. 604 GTI, I mean, it's rear-wheel drive, and the Silvia is probably better. It's nothing to write home about. And then this is just a significantly worse version. So, yeah, nothing too special there. We had hope. It did not last very long. 10474 does not look too bad. 1392, is that high? High ground clearance. Okay, this is interesting now. Now we have something interesting. 10474, so not crazy good stats, but does have the high ground clearance niche. This is also high, 9.069 though, so you're not really going to win much else with it. But it does have the high ground clearance niche again. Isn't this high as well? No, that's medium. That's high though, that's 9.270, so I mean, maybe it's a very niche car. This though doesn't seem too bad because of the 74 handling for it being high ground clearance. Seems slightly solid. And then what else we got? The E2008, the 408, and the 407. So honestly, the 407 is probably the best. 1568, 1548, 1320. This one's a bit lighter. Oh wait, and we also have the 306 XXI, the XSI, I mean. Okay, the XSI doesn't look that bad. Medium, 9.974. That isn't this low? Okay, this looks good. There we go. We have a good car now. This looks like a actually very good car. Something I'd recommend probably keeping. The other three, mid-ish, but this looks solid. So maybe keep an eye out for that one. 9372. I mean, you're worse than the Hyundai Tucson. No thanks. 9874. I mean, maybe it's relatively lightweight, but I mean, nothing to write home about. Like, at least the other car was lightweight. 9271. I mean, it's just a slower Bolero with one better handling. And it's not like the Bolero's crazy. 9473. Okay, it's like a lighter, older, less handling Nissan Note. 8867. I mean, this exists. And 9372. That just, I mean, the Pontiac Sunfire wipes the floor with it. And is that it? That is it. So nothing too insane for uncommon standard tire wise. This then leads us to the next thing. Rares, standard tire wise. Alright, yeah, back to talking again. I had to pause it just so I don't lose footage and stuff. Alright, let's see what we're working with for standard tire rares. Let's go a bit quicker through this though, because this is very boring looking through these standard tires. 9474, Nissan Cube. Similar stats, doesn't seem very good. 8872, 8872. I mean, the Citroen C4, similar stats, okay. Four-wheel drive standards right here, 11970. I mean, compare it to this thing, the Buick Teresa, which I haven't seen many people use. It's got 3 better handling, much slower 0 to 60, much less top speed. It is high ground clearance though, 1395. The Buick is very heavy, so maybe. Four-wheel drive standards are always good to keep, like, just kind of in general. The Lancia, smoked by the Elantra, and maybe the Hyundai i30, honestly. And the MPV. Okay, a lot of cars beat that. 9374 right here. I mean, Focus Bioethanol probably beats it. Also the Epica, Holden Epica Supremacy right there. And the Volt, I mean, 7968. It's front-wheel drive, though, so it's basically a front-wheel drive Roadmaster wagon. The Cadillac Elante beats it everywhere besides a drag strip. Nothing to write home about there. 9476, that seems pretty solid handling, actually, so that might be good. This, on the other hand, doesn't look too great, the 407. It looks kind of mid. 8472. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that's slightly slower, but with better handling. Tipo Cross Hybrid, high ground clearance, so that gives it a bit of something. 500X Sport, medium ground clearance. Keep the Tipo, not the 500X Sport. And the 500E convertible, don't keep that. That 8670. What in the world is that? Unless it's got major OLA that we don't know about. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, this doesn't seem very good. It's also from China, so it's not like it's filling some crazy niche. I mean, it is the Chinese niche, but when have we had a Chinese event? Maybe we'll have some more now, but honestly, I don't know. 7772, medium, maybe. Actually, that doesn't seem too bad. Maybe keep that Lancia Pilsen. 600E gets beat by that Lancia. We can move on from that. A6, 77, but 68. Low handling, it's an Audi. It's gonna get beat by a lot of stuff because of that low handling. We got two 8373s. That's low, right? That is low. And we got a 7970. I mean, these two Peugeots, they're gonna get beat by the E208. This thing as well, the E208 beats them, and that's in their own niche, so there's really nothing you can say about that of it being, oh, it's a niche car. Well, no, it's its own brand smokes it with one of their cars. 8876, medium, high, okay, heavy though, and not the greatest stats. The Buick Cascada probably beats it in most areas. Yep, it's much lighter. High ground clearance is the only thing to write home about that, and rear wheel drive, so maybe it might be a good hill climb car, but nothing too crazy. This is basically an Oldsmobile Achieva. Not many people really max out the Oldsmobile Achieva, so that kind of speaks for itself. The Alfa Romeo Tonale Hybrid. High ground clearance. Pretty similar stats to this Volkswagen Passat. Only thing to write home about it is its high ground clearance then. What else we got? A4 Avant. The Volvo beats it. Maybe it's one better handling. Okay, let me find a better example. The Chrysler Pacifica beats it. It's lightweight, 1270. Okay, Eco Voyager beats it. There we go. There we go. I figured it out. A274, high ground clearance again. A lot of different high ground clearance meta cars, so maybe... I mean, maybe these are also high, though, and the MX-30s have good OLA, so it kind of just depends on the hidden stats. Maybe the OLA is good, maybe the MRA is good, but you never really know. It'll come down to the hidden stuff. Okay, here we go. 8276, front-wheel drive, standard tires. This doesn't look too bad. 8476 doesn't look that bad either. This is heavy, though. Has better top speed, though, than the Lancer Rally Art. This does not seem too bad. Both these two. Those two don't seem that bad. But it's also just because they're higher RQ, so like they're going to look decent. Four-wheel drive standards, they're always good to keep, so I'd probably keep it. 7873, yeah, 7672, 8276, 7874. I mean, they all don't seem very bad. They all seem kind of good in their own little area of being faster than one another. Will be interesting to see a spreadsheet comparing those four. But they all seem decent-ish, nothing too crazy though. Like the Mazda 3 Sport will probably beat all of them. And probably the Hyundai i30 too. Like it's basically, they're all just kind of comparable to that Hyundai. So yeah, let's just check one more thing, because I did miss all surface off-road and slicks for European Grand Tour. Niche. And the rest are just, oh, and here we go, another niche. And then the rest are just generic sort of looking, run-of-the-mill full drive off-road tires. Besides this, let's actually check that one. Rare full drive off-roads. Bit faster than the Mitsubishi, but less handling. That's all that's got to be said there. All right, on to the super rares. We're making progress, baby. Soon we'll get to make our wish list. Let's see. It looks like a whole bucket load of mid again. That's kind of what I think the theme of this update is there's a lot of just stretch time, a lot of just mid niche cars, high ground clearance SUVs, otherwise just generic looking stat cars. Like it's high ground clearance standard tires, but it's probably heavy. I mean, it's high ground clearance, but not as heavy, and it's got slightly better handling. But it all just seems like kind of niche. I mean, these Audi TTs are always kind of useful because of the four-wheel drive performance tires being low RQ. 7282 doesn't seem too bad with medium ground clearance. For a front-wheel drive performance tire car, 82 handling is actually pretty solid for it being in that medium niche. 8181, is that medium? It is. So, I mean, it's going to be worse than the Audi TTs in probably every area besides a City Streets track set. Rest of the stuff just still looks like a lot of mid type stuff. 10.274, the 74 handling isn't too bad for this. It's also rather lightweight. The rest just looks like kind of generic Audis and stuff. This thing is a tank, as we mentioned earlier in the video. Nothing else that looks too great to write home about, besides like Audi TTs are good that have four-wheel drive. 5983 doesn't seem too bad. That's like what, 4892. Slightly worse than the Mustang. 6584 doesn't seem too bad as well. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be... Wait, let's check the standards. Real quick, let's check the high RQ standard tire cars. 64, 76, high ground clearance. Very heavy though, but it does have better stats than a lot of these standard tire cars. 6675, it's worse than the Acura ILX, but has slightly better top speed. Weight difference, the Acura is lighter, okay. Weren't there others? Yeah, there's an Audi A4. It's about the same. Buick Verano beats it. Okay, nothing too crazy. That Audi SUV may be a bit interesting, but it doesn't seem like anything too insane, super rare wise. And I have one, so that's kind of cool. Did my fuse end actually? No, we got 49 minutes left. So probably in this video though, we'll be able to get a fuse in. I don't know though, we're kind of trucking through these now because I realized a lot of this stuff is just mid. So it's ultra rare time. And let's check real quick first to knock these out. Front-wheel drive standard tire ultra rares. They added quite a few of them. So the Acura TLX is obviously the king. And it's going to beat absolutely all of these Audis. None of these Audis look very good. Like this is 6676 and it's probably going to beat most of these besides this one. The A3 Saloon might be the only slightly better one because it's 6.5, 76. But yeah, they're just all pretty meh in handling. And rear-wheel drive standard tires are normally just better significantly, so I don't know, TLX for the win, A3 Saloon, maybe. Oh, I fell asleep. My Monster Energy is wearing off. We're shutting down. But that's okay. We'll keep on trucking. So yeah, we talked about it. Front-wheel drive standard Audis, they don't seem too great. 5.877 doesn't seem anything insane. Four-wheel drive standard 76 handling doesn't seem too bad. Rather slow though. This looks like your generic run-of-the-mill fuse material, that Alfa Romeo Kamal. 208 GTI doesn't seem too crazy. It's medium, but yeah. 5.880. Let's do that too. Let's check the B four-wheel drive performance tires, low meta. 5.880, it doesn't seem that good. 5.680, 5.681. Okay, we're getting into like Pontiac Mitsubishi GTO territory. Instinct, okay. I see that. 5.182. There we go. That's something that stands out a bit. It's got better stats than the Dodge Stealth. Probably has like 2 MRA is my guess. 1,500 weight. It's lighter than the Dodge Stealth. This actually looks interesting. No traction control, no ABS. There's the trick. That's what gets you. But depending on, as long as it doesn't have 40 MRA, that might not be too bad. Then we got a few more Audi TTs that kind of look pretty meh. Similar stats to the R32 GTR, so nothing too insane there. Seems just sort of generic because those aren't medium. Then if we go to the medium cars, anything that's like insane that we should see comparatively. 5.780, it's about just a slightly better Pan America. 5.478, doesn't look that good. 5.475, yeah, I think you guys can figure that out on your own. Same for 5.876. Okay, so far nothing too crazy for ultra rares from what we could see there. Let's see what else. Anything else that maybe I missed? Four-wheel drive standards, decent handling, so probably good to just keep around because it's four-wheel drive standards, and if it's a collection series, you're gonna want the four-wheel drive standards for the rain no matter what. Four-wheel drive standards, I'd always recommend keeping unless they have like literally like 3 handling, which there are a few of these cars that have like 3 handling with four-wheel drive standards. Rental Sport Clio as well, always good to keep off-road tire cars. 5.684, let's just check the off-road tire meta too. Did we get any four-wheel drives from this new update? No, we didn't. Okay, so we got rear-wheel drive, front-wheel drive. And we'll sort it by non-price cars. 5.782, medium. Okay, pretty similar to the DS3 R32. And the Skoda Felicia kit car. The Skoda's got the best handling out of all of them. 5.974. I mean, good 0 to 60, but high ground clearance maybe? That would have helped, but no. It is from the 80s, but the 130 LR is going to beat it everywhere there's a corner. 5.684, low ground clearance, so there's the trick. That doesn't seem too bad, though. 5.684. Oh, that actually seems really good. All right. Get your wish lists out, because that Renault Sport Clio Williams Maxi kit car, that actually might be a good one. Good thing we figured that out. That is a wish lister right there. Okay, back to the Bultra rares, the B for Bultra. Let's see, did we miss that Alfa Romeo? Or no, we didn't just sort explicitly by standard tires, we did front wheel drive standards. So we have a rear wheel drive, 6.780, 0 to 60, very met. Like here, see, this was one I was talking about more. 7.273, 7.173, like those aren't your great four wheel drive standard tires. Here we go, 7.172, like they're getting worse in handling. 6.780 though doesn't seem too bad. It's rear wheel drive standard tires. It's probably heavy, not too bad. 14.45. It's got good handling behind it, but that's what it is. That's what it's got. And then we got 6.671 too. Like the handling numbers are just going down as we get higher up. 6.773. I mean, we'll check them out later, but I'm not thinking those are very good. We'll check the four-wheel drive all-surface tires later too. 5.487, that looks good. 4.388, this looks great. These two both look like very good cars. Definitely recommend keeping both those. Like, we're back down handling again. 71, 72. 6276, we might have to check if that's good. This might be good as well. This looks pretty solid. It's about the same as like that 4C Spider, which is also RQ64, so just a kind of similar car to that. This also might be interesting. So let's look at the four-wheel drive standards and let's look at the four-wheel drive all-surface tires. So ultra rare. 6674. Maybe. That you can maybe get away with that being a good car. You can maybe call that a good car. 6572, no. 6671, no. This is all based on stats that we can see, so we're just assuming here. But based on looking at these, yeah, none of these look like very good cars. There's a lot of better options. So, but hey, maybe they have good MRA. Maybe they gave the Audis good MRA. But from what we can see, it looks like a no from me. Four-wheel drive, all surface, ultra rares, 6276. There we go. This looks good. 6276. That is a promising looking car. Damn. Sorry. It's all the talking. When you've been talking for about an hour, it gets to you. 6276. That looks like a good car. So there we go. We got something good. 5271. It's looking good. 0 to 60 sort time. 5271. That doesn't look too bad. It's got a V12 in it too, so you know that thing's going to be kicking. Too bad we don't have like realistic sounds in the game or something like that. 155 top speed as well. Pretty similar to the Range Rover 5.0 V8, but with better handling. I'm liking it. I'm liking the looks of that Audi. So there we go. We got two significant cars right there. The Q7 and the Stelvio 2.2 turbo diesel. It's a diesel as well. Is this a diesel too? Looks like a diesel. Yep, that's a diesel too. Sweet. We did get two good cars there. All right. That's it for Ultras. It's epic time. We're going to have a lot of mid in the beginning. That is for sure. All right, let me first look through what I think might be good. What I'd recommend probably keeping. And to look out for. So we'll start from the back, and this is just... All right, it's water break first. Water break time. All right, here we go. First assumptions, then we'll get deep into it. All of these suck. That might be good. That might be good-ish. Probably not, though. Nope, actually, never mind. I'm going to say that sucks. This medium, nope, that sucks. You all suck. Maybe, but not really. It's just going to be average. Nothing to write home about. 5177. That doesn't look too bad. Perhaps. I'm interested in that one. I'm interested in that. Probably good because maxed out 100 handling. Rest look average. That's going to be good. This might be a pretty solid car. Depends on how it performs against the Porsche Taycans. And yeah, that's a very good car, the 540C. Otherwise, looks like a bit of run-of-the-mill, but we'll see. Starting off with four-wheel drive, all-surface tires. Okay, that looks good. There we go. Opinions have changed. 4378, 4177. Of course, they're going to be heavy because they're Audis, but don't seem to have too bad of stats. Then we scroll down. 5378 doesn't look too bad. So pretty solid little car right there. 5477. Also not too bad. About average. 4974. That's an all-road, so it's medium. 74 handling's a bit meh, but what's the weight? Not too bad. 1870. Bit lighter for an SUV. Seems iffy. Yeah, iffy, I'd say. This 5874, that doesn't look very good. 5875 as well. I meant to say 75 for that. Those look generic, nothing too crazy. Yeah, the rest looks meh. Rest looks meh. All right, then we got, what else do we want to look at? Non-prize cars. We want to look at, okay, get rid of that. Four-wheel drive performance medium. Let's see what we're rocking with here. 4585 with the Audis. 4584, 4282. 4585 doesn't look too bad, similar to the Golf R, with them being saloons. Interesting. I mean, the i4 is probably better than most of them in most areas, but it doesn't seem to be too bad. They're just better versions of the other lower RQ ones. 4481, I mean, 4883, it's just kind of like, it's just more Audis. It's just more lower RQ Audis. 4983, 4882. Those don't look too bad. I mean, compared to the Subarus next to them, they might be a bit decent. But nothing as well, like nothing absolutely insane. There's another 4982. And lower down, they just get worse. I mean, what, is that light? Oh, that's light, so that's kind of got something behind it. That's a bit heavier. 4781, I mean, that's interesting because it's lightweight. What about you? You're not lightweight, so you're not looking that good. You're looking like I'd be very disappointed in pulling you. Sorry, Audi S4 Avant. It kind of has to be that way. Okay. Epics. What else do we got that we can probably look at? Four-wheel drive standards. I know this is just kind of run-of-the-mill. Rear-wheel drive standard tires, or rear-wheel drive performance, I mean. And then performance four-wheel drives, low ground clearance. Let's look at that. Where does the e-tron rank? I don't see it. Is it medium? One sec, guys. Okay, where's the e-tron? Like, there's no way it's like high ground clearance, right? That would make no sense. All right, Audi. It's low. Okay, so 3982. Four-wheel drive performance low. 74 RQ. 3982. I mean, the Trezor's not a good car, and it's got better stats than the e-tron GT. I was trying to give the e-tron GT the benefit of the doubt just because I think it's cool, but yeah, we're not going to get anywhere with that. Rear-wheel drive performance tires low. Let's see what we're working with here. Epics. 3488. Okay, depending on the MRA, that could be a pretty solid car because it's worse than the Corvette Stingray paperwork-wise, like looking at it straight up. But it's 79 RQ, and the TZ3 Stradale, which has 0.1 slower 0 to 60, has really good MRA. So the 540C could be really good. That's kind of promising. Then what was the other thing? There was an Audi, 3688. That's kind of similar to the DB11, so it's got to be a good car. And I think that's covering everything from Epics. I mean, we could do slick tires, non-prize cars. Like, where's that one slick car rank? 4190. Okay, it's about the Mustang. So nothing too crazy right there. I think that is it for the Epics, right? We don't have to compare really anything else. You guys can trust me on the four-wheel drive standards. There's nothing to write home about. All right, legendary time. It's going to be a lot of mid, I'm telling you. Legendaries, I think that are significant to the meta. Expo, GTXR, it's got good handling. That's about it. This guy, is that medium? Nope, it's low. That's a weird car. 3181, that's a mid handling. Speedtail might be pretty good with that 250 top speed. Inception, you're low, so I'm not thinking you're going to be very good. And then obviously these four up here are going to be good cars. 33 Stradale might also not be too bad. Like, those are your legendaries to look out for. The 33 Stradale, the Speedtail, these any top four right here, the KTM, and that's about it. All the rest are not going to be anything too special. It just doesn't look that good. Okay, do we have any mediums, though? Medium legendaries. The S8 and the S8. Okay, let's check four-wheel drive performance medium. The S8s are getting smoked by Panameras, so they're not very good. They don't look very good. You're not really gonna want one of those. Yeah, I don't know. 2884, I mean, maybe four-wheel drive performance low. No, I mean, what if we go by French? Maybe we can give those weird Peugeots a benefit of the doubt. It's only if they got, like, some wacky MRA. That's the only thing that's going to help it, because the Quasar is light. The Inception is not light. It's low ground clearance, though. It's got to have wacky MRA. This thing, too. It's got to do something wacky. I mean, maybe it's lightweight, but 81 handling is horrible. So, there's got to be something strange that we don't know about those two cars for them to be good. That's the only thing that's going to make them good. Let's see. Let's look at the SQ7 real quick, just in case. Four-wheel drive, all surfs, non-prize cars. 3.979, so it is a bit faster. It's kind of like the X5M. It's also very heavy. How heavy is the X5M? About the same. It's the X5M from 2023. All right. So not a lot of crazy stuff from this new update from what I'm seeing. but it's not a lot of bad cars either. There are some good cars, some interesting cars, and also, I mean, you know me, at this point, I just like having new cars in the game. So it's wishlist time now. We got 35 cars to wishlist. Let's figure them out. I already know a few that are going to be pretty easy to wishlist. McLaren Elva, yes. McLaren Speedtail, yes. Those two wishlisted for sure. The KTM Expo GTXR, yes. There we go. There's three. Those are probably the three legendaries I'm going to wishlist. Because, I mean, I could wishlist the overpowered ones, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, I really want this legendary because it's 2.897 or 2.49. Actually, we didn't compare those legendaries and how good they are. One sec, guys. Non-prize cars. All right, 2.897 could be pretty solid. Oh, 2.495 doesn't look too bad either for four-wheel drive. That might be the best four-wheel drive performance tire car we got in the game now. That's like not for a drag strip, depending on the MRA they give it, and it is quite light. It's got slick though, never mind, not performances. Four-wheel drive slicks, okay. Never mind, scratch that what I'm saying. It kind of just depends on how they perform against the Genesis and the 911 GT2 RS Club Sport. I assume this probably has MRA, but it's a bit slower, so it'll probably lose to these two. And this is just, I don't know, someone's got to pull it first. But now, as I was saying, I could wishlist the overpowered cars. But do I want them? Not really. I mean, I don't need them. I mean, I probably do need them. They're good cars, but I don't want to wishlist them. Maybe once we get done with wishlisting other stuff, we'll see. You getting wishlisted. The 540C, for sure, I want that car. 100%. R8 rear-wheel drive Spider, yes, please, give me that. E-Tron, wait, isn't there another E-Tron? I think there was another E-Tron. There is the E-Tron GT, but it's a legendary. And honestly, if I want to get a legendary, I don't want it to be an Audi. So I think I'll wishlist the Epic one, because the Epic one I can actually max out and make it a bit more useful. Let's see what else. Anything else for Epics? I mean, maybe one of those Audi SUVs that are higher RQ, but I don't know, I'm not feeling it. Stelvio, that is a very good car. We're wishlisting that. We're wishlisting the V12 Audi as well. We should probably wishlist this just because it's cool. I don't really like it, but it is. I mean, not because it's cool. I said we should wishlist it because it's good, not because I think it's cool. I don't think it's that cool. I'm not a big Peugeot guy, though, either. Then we should wishlist. Let's see. Okay, I know I want to wishlist you because you're good. You are a good car. Then I'm gonna want to wishlist. Like, where is the stuff that I think is cool? Where is the cool stuff here? We're looking. I'm not seeing, like, that's the thing. I'm not seeing very many super rares. I'm like, whoa, I really want that super rare, because I don't really want a lot of these super rares. Because I like generic looking cars, but I don't know. We're looking. This might take a bit longer than I thought. Maybe there is going to be a lot of legendaries wishlisted. Because I'm not seeing any of these rares, really, that I want. Okay, I'll wishlist you, because you look good, the 306. I'll wishlist you, because we discovered you might actually be a pretty good car, too, the 306 XSI. What else did we find out any of these are good? The Asphalt, I should probably wishlist just because it is good. It would be funny not to wishlist it. The P4, I do like the look of the P4. That looks cool. I think that is a cool looking car, so I will wishlist him. What else we got? I wanted to wishlist you because I thought you were cool. And you, the RQ11 Peugeot. Alright, let's see what we got wishlisted so far. Wishlisted European Grand Tour. We got 16. So we have 19 more to go. European Grand Tour non-prize cars. Filter status not owned, not wishlisted. Okay. Let's see. 19 more. I had a few that I scrolled by that I thought maybe. Like you. You're a very good car, so yes. 18 more now. 18 more, 18 more, 18 more. You're good, so that's 17 more. I mean, that's good too, so 16 more, that's probably a good car. 15 more, because I had a Giulia as a rental car, so 15 more then. I want the Alfa Romeo Giulia. That's probably good, so 14 more. We'll wishlist it just because it looks pretty good. And the rest of the C's just look really mid. I mean, all these cars look really mid. Not gonna lie. But that's the thing. I mean, that's good though. That means this update's balanced, which is a good thing that the update's balanced. But it makes it kind of hard to wishlist stuff. Then I'm like, so let's just start picking stuff I like. Okay, that's a good car too, so I should probably wishlist that. Then what Audis am I gonna want? I mean, the S5 Sportback is cool. And is there an S7? I have an S7 bumper on my wall. What S7s are there? None. Is there an S7 in the game? There is. I have it wishlisted. Okay. And I own the other S7. Which one's my bumper? I don't think it's a 20... Is that 2019? That one looks like that. That's got chrome outlining. It's a bit more... Yeah, I have this... Wait. Yeah, I have this generation Audi S7 bumper on my wall. So, yeah, that's cool, but I already own it, so, that doesn't help. Okay, we could wishlist... I mean, it's kind of cool looking. Screw it, we'll make the pack openings more exciting. 765LT, L500R wishlisted. This has a nice picture, I mean... Alright, let's pick an Audi. Let's pick an Audi Legendary, we might as well. RS7 Sportback is cool. I do kind of like that. The R6 Avant, though, is a cool car. I like the R6 Avant. There we go. Let's do the S6 as well. Why not? It's a cooler 2016 Audi. Alright, what do we need now? 8 more. Alright, let's do a mystery one. Status, not owned, not wishlisted. Closing my eyes. Woo, we'll swing around. This guy. The 308 SW. Alright, let's do a bit more gambling. This guy, the A4. 6 more to go. Alright, I opened my eyes on that one. I cheated. Sorry, Audi Q4 fans. Actually, that's a good car. Bring me back to the Audi Q4 real quick. That looked good. Okay, and back to closed. I don't like this Renault. It is cool though, but I mean, it's got the gold rims. We'll do it. Eyes closed and woo. 100 Avant. This doesn't feel like a genuine wishlist though now. All right, get rid of that Renault real quick. Let's fix this. All right, I don't want you that much. Okay, the rest I'll keep. The rest I'll keep. The rest are understandable. Okay. European Grand Tour, non-price cars. Status, not owned, not wishlisted. We need 5 more. Truck. There we go. 4 more. Let's see what we got. 4 more cars. See, this wishlisting portion of the video is just difficult. Because I can't figure out what the heck I want to wishlist. Oh wait, where's that Fiat? I thought one of them Fiats were good, right? Oh wait, I do like these though because they're kind of niche. So I'll wishlist him. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna wishlist the Fiat now, honestly, because I wishlisted that Audi. I feel like we should wishlist more supers. I mean, that's kind of cool. High ground clearance, sure. We'll wishlist him. Oh, and it's a convertible. All right, we pick you. A3 Cabriolet. How many do we need now? 1 more. 1 more wish list. Who's going to be the lucky winner? It's got to go the 12C Spider. There we go. That's the wish list. A shocker. I pick a 12C after I sold my McLaren 12C. But there we go. We have 300 cars wish listed now. This is the wish list for the new update. I mean, that you kind of see like my opinion on the new update. It's not bad. I like it because it's new cars, so I'm always gonna like a new update. But it's not like there's anything crazy that like, holy crap, I love this new update. I just really want the Elva or the Speedtail. That's what I want, or this Epic one, or the KTM Expo. Those are the 4. If I had to make a top 5 cars, I want McLaren Elva number 1, Speedtail number 2, the KTM Expo number 3, 540C number 4. And number 5, I mean, it's between the Audi and the Audi R8 and the Audi e-tron. I'm going to say the e-tron, though, because I just think the e-tron's cool. I like the Audi e-tron. It's going to suck. The Audi R8 is going to be much better, But yeah, I don't know. When does my Audi get done fusing? Currently fusing. 24 more minutes. But let's see. Let's see how the update shook up the meta a bit though. Like, Alfa Romeos, what did it do for the brands? What did this update do for each of the brands that were updated? First, let's talk about Apollo. It did absolutely nothing. We just got another prize car that's not as good as the Apollo R or the Intenza Emozione. It's just a slightly better version of like the Apollo Enraged. It's just a really slight version of the Apollo N, just slightly better. Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo got a bit of an upgrade, but nothing too crazy. It's just they kind of got more cars now. That's really what this update did for Alfa Romeo. It didn't really do anything too significant for Alfa Romeo. Didn't really like boost the low end like crazy. It just kind of Alfa Romeo got more cars. Audi. Audi I feel like did get a good upgrade, but it was an upgrade of a lot of junk. But that's because Audi makes four-wheel drive cars, and four-wheel drive cars in the game are kind of junk. So it wasn't like Audi was going to end up with a crazy good update anyways. But I mean, it did get a good update. It did get a good amount of cars. We just had a lot of Audi updates, and I don't even know, like, recent. I mean, you could say recently, but it's not really, like, recently. But they did a good job updating Audi, and just, I feel like Audi's kind of finalized now. I don't know how many more Audis there are out there. I mean, we can get more, like, race cars. More Audi race cars would be cool. But they did do a sufficient job at, like, adding more Audis to the game. I can give them props there. Alright, sorry to the folks that are an hour and 15 minutes into this video. I paused the video to, you know, make sure the footage doesn't get deleted again, because I'd been recording that for 35 minutes straight. And then I went to click on events, and I forgot events ended. But hey, we have a chance of getting some new cars. Then I'll go back to talking about Audi again. But yeah, I guess this is going to be a weird jump cut, and I kind of just wasn't talking about the same stuff. But we'll go back to looking at the brands then. But come on, let's get some new update cars. There we go, the Fiat Multipla. Actually, one of the ones I said didn't look too bad, so that's cool. Cubo, there's the car that I compared it to. Lenero Disco 1, Volkswagen New Beetle, Mustang Boss 351, Cadillac DeVille Touring Sedan, Puma, Citroen C5. Okay, nothing too significant there. Did I join the daily event? I think I did. So we might have something from that as well. Not a big pack, though. I'm guessing a steel from it being plus 10. Plastic, even better. Alright, well, we have a chance to get some comments. I mean, we did wishlist some comments. Hey, we got a new one. The Peugeot 106 Electric or something, I don't know. Citroen GS by Rotor, El Camino 356 Speedster, and a Volkswagen Passat. Okay, well, we got two new update cars from these little packs right here. What's the new event? I might make a video from it if it's cool. I mean, I don't have bad cars for it. It could work. We can maybe do it. We can make it work. Should we join the daily event just for fun too, real quick? Just for little funsies. You, and you. Oh, 3092! My Audi R8 got a buff. How good is it now compared to the other R8s? I'll turn that off. So that's 3289. Okay, that's actually do I have the best Audi R8 now? I will happily take that. That is fun. My Audi R8 that I did not think was very good is now the best Audi R8. I will happily take that. Dang it, I don't have that car. We are definitely probably going to lose this one. But hey, at least my Audi R8 is going to get a win on that twisty circuit. Fast circuit, we're probably going to lose. We're going to lose that. Yeah, I think this is going to be a loss, but I just want to see what the prize board is. I don't even really care about the daily event. I just want to see what the prize board is. 50 to 294, that's perfectly fine by me. Let's see. Yes, perfect. All right, we got a bummy opponent. Hutch Harry. Sorry, Hutch Harry. Hutch Harry's got new cars. He's got RQ10s from the previous new update. Or actually, that's the previous new update. That wasn't American Overdrive cars. Here we go. Let's see. Something new. Jannetta, Hyundai, Peugeot. Peugeot is new, right? Yeah. Citroen, Ford, Maserati, Cadillac, Renault. Okay. Okay. Was that 2 Renault 5s? Pretty sure we got 2 Renault 5s. But Multipla is new. The 106 Electric is new. Elantra is new, but not like a new car. And yeah, I think we did get 2 of those Renault 5s. So that's cool, but now back to what I was saying before, but actually first, before we do that, let's throw some upgrades in our new cars. The Fiat Multipla, let's fuse the commons away first into the 106. We don't want to waste the commons on the uncommon when I have plenty of uncommon fuse material. Uncommon fuse material is very easy to get. So there we go. All right, back to this now. Back to talking about the Audis. They did a good job at updating Audi and like giving it more cars. They did a solid job at that. So honestly, I thumbs up the Hutch right there. Good on y'all. Then, what else got updated? I forgot. Fiat really didn't get anything. I kind of didn't notice they had an update. I just kind of remembered it from like some of the cards being revealed. It kind of didn't really mean much for the Fiat update. So they added trucks, which is kind of cool. So that's something. But yeah, I didn't think anything too significant of the Fiat update for that portion. KTM got an update. I do like the KTM update because they didn't just add another prize card, which has happened where they just added the Expo GTX. They did add the Expo GT2, but they also added the Expo GTXR as a non-prize car, so that actually does make KTM a bit more of an interesting brand instead of it just being 3 epics and 2 prize cars. So I will happily take the trade-off of there being just another random KTM prize car with there being a non-prize car legendary now. So happy with the KTM update. McLaren also was not too bad because they did add a lot of nice McLarens that shake things up a bit. Now they did add just like another prize car, 2799, slick tires, rear wheel drive, and then like another one, 2996. So it's like, okay, we got more prize cars, but they did add a really good 765 LT non-prize car, 2794, and they added 2 significant new McLarens that have been released, I'm pretty sure since the last McLaren update, which is the McLaren Elva. Well, maybe not the last McLaren update. Wasn't it Great Exhibition was the last time McLaren was affected? And I think that was near 2020. So the McLaren Elva, 2792, and then making it a non-prize car. I was totally expecting it to be a prize car. Same goes for this, the McLaren Speedtail, 2020 car as well. Was totally thinking it would be a prize car, but they didn't. I am actually very happy for this. Good job, Hutch, with the McLaren update as well. They did a solid job with that. Plus, added a few lower RQ McLarens, the 12C Spider and the 570 GT. So, like, kind of makes the lesser McLarens, like the 570S and the GT and the F1, look a bit better, because we do have even lower RQ McLaren legendaries now. And the 540C being added, which makes the epic meta shake up a little bit, with there now being a epic McLaren out there to collect, 3488. Then we've got, what else was added? Renault and Peugeot. So Peugeot, they did add a lot more prize cars. It's a very prize car heavy brand. They added a lot of strange legendaries and just a lot of more moderate stuff again. I don't know. I don't really like Peugeot as a brand because I feel like there's just way too many prize cars. The lower end, they did kind of give it justice. They did add a lot of nice lower end cars to Peugeot. None of them are really significantly good, but they did a good job with the lower end of Peugeot. It's just, I feel like looking at the high end of Peugeot, it's just a pain. Like, mostly all of them are prize cars. It's not like you're gonna get like a Peugeot legendary and be like, holy crap, I'm gonna dominate Peugeot events, because you're not. You're gonna get smoked by all these prize cars no matter what. So it's nice that they did add the 905 Spider and the L500R as non-prize cars to maybe shake it up a little bit in events, and you're not just getting smoked by these like top end cars right here. But it's still a difficult brand to like collect and get good at. You're not gonna be very good at Peugeot no matter what. Renault, they did add some cool cars, like the Espace F1, that's kind of fun. The 21 Super Production's also a fun car. In the Alpine A442, however, they're prize cars. They did buff this, though, the Renault Clio RS16 Medium, and it's 5.288, which is better than the Megane RS Trophy, most likely. Unless this has some good MRA, but we'll just have to wait and find out. This is also a good car, too, the Sport Clio Williams Maxi kit car. But, yeah, it's not like much was added to Renault as a brand. It just kind of got a little bit of an update, and that was it. And then, yeah, that is it for all the brands. It's not a bad update. Also, one more thing, they did do a bit of a funny with well, I guess you can't sort it that way, but you kind of got to look at your cars. Go down here, we got some 64 RQ cars because they're so garbage and Hutch isn't doing the rarity switches yet. But yeah, we got low RQ cars. We got 48 RQ ultra rares as well and 49s. So like here, if we go to my garage, we do it like that and we go to 49. See, we got an ultra rare right there. Where's my 48 RQ Range Rover? I know I have you. I know I have you. There you are. 48 RQ Range Rover. The only thing is, though, you can't upgrade it like a super rare. It's 1600 there. The Super XT super rare, 1100. So there's still no point in upgrading them. So if you have them stock, just waiting for them to go down in rarity, you still can't max them out yet. You just got to keep waiting. But they do look like they'll be pretty good. As the super rare, especially the Bronco concept, that looks pretty solid. G55 AMG looks solid as well. And this too, the Peugeot Rally 504. If we look at rear wheel drive off-road tires for that sort of niche, 7275 isn't too bad. It's finally going back to super rare, which is honestly where it should have stayed. That thing wasn't that good compared to the other rear wheel drive off-road tire cars we had. So makes sense that goes back down to super rare. And yeah, honestly, I think I've ran out of things to talk to. I've kind of covered everything in this new update. We'll have pack openings and stuff coming soon. Also, lots of event gameplay and stuff like that. I'll probably make 2 videos for the 2 events out right now. But that'll be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this type of content, like, subscribe, check out the second channel, link in description. Comment if you watched this far. Comment Audi RS2 Avant. And then I'll give you a heart because you're a real one if you watched this far into the video. And yeah, that'll be it. I'm Yellowfin, and goodbye.